In Texas this week, a civil forfeiture hearing took a wrong turn when the county attorney, Rod Ponton, accidentally left a cat filter on his Zoom. So all of the parties privy to this forfeiture hearing zoomed into the call, and you see a judge and you see people wearing suits. And then there's this one county attorney who would appear to be a big, fluffy cat. And the older gentlemen who were on this call tried to figure out how to proceed with the hearing despite the presence of the giant cat.
I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take
we're trying look. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
I believe you, Mr. Attorney, that you are not a cat. Though that is certainly the sort of thing a cat would say if you were trying to crash a civil forfeiture hearing. The thing about that legal hearing is that it was still much more serious and productive than the fake impeachment trial that's going on in Washington, D.C. right now. 6 Republican senators voted with the Democrats to continue this farce, this fake impeachment trial of the ex-president in Washington, D.C. You had, generally speaking, all the Republicans were against it because it's a sham and it's unconstitutional. Generally speaking, you had all the Democrats for it because it's a sham and it's unconstitutional, which Democrats tend to enjoy. And then you had these 6 squish, useless Republicans. Their names are Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, Susan Collins of Maine, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, Mitt Romney of Utah, Ben Sasse of Nebraska, and Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania. These people are losers. I don't know how else to put it. You know, I try not to use that kind of blunt language all the time. I don't usually do my impression of Don Rickles or Donald Trump for that matter, but there's no other way to put it. These guys are just losers. They may be illiterate. I'm not sure. I thought Mitt Romney was an intelligent guy. He founded Bain Capital. That's pretty impressive. Ben Sasse, I think, has a PhD. But it would appear that they can't read. They certainly can't read the plain text of the Constitution, which makes it very clear. Even if you had no other historical or political sense or knowledge, surely you could read the Constitution, which shows, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this proceeding is preposterous. Let's get into the Constitution. We've alluded to it many times as we've been talking about this sham impeachment hearing. But let's just get to the plain text. Where does impeachment come from? The kind of impeachment we're talking of the President of the United States comes from 2 sections of the Constitution. Article 2, Section 4 reads, "The President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors." Donald Trump is on trial right now, sort of, in D.C. Donald Trump is neither the president, nor the vice president, nor any civil officer of the United States. As such, he cannot be removed from office. Notice, I don't even need to get into how preposterous it is that what are they accusing him of? Treason? What's the argument? They don't have any argument. Bribery? No. They sort of tried that one. That didn't quite work. High crimes and misdemeanors. What's the crime? I'm not even getting into that. I'm just saying as a purely technical matter, the guy doesn't meet the criteria. But then it's even clearer when you get into Article 1, Section 3, which reads, "The Senate shall have the sole power to try all impeachments." Okay, that's working out, right? Because the Senate is holding whatever this trial is. Goes on, though. "When sitting for that purpose, they, the Senate, shall be on oath or affirmation. When the President of the United States is tried, the Chief Justice shall preside, and actually, I want to pause right there, just to underscore the point. The President of the United States is not being tried. So therefore, this is not a constitutional impeachment trial. Furthermore, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is not presiding. Some random Democrat senator is presiding. Therefore, this does not meet the constitutional criteria of an impeachment trial. The article goes on. No person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of the members present. Judgment in cases of impeachment shall not extend further than to, this is very important, shall not extend further than to removal from office and disqualification to hold and enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit under the United States. Goes on. So there can't be some additional consequences, but beyond that, the only consequence that you can have for this trial is removal from office and, not removal from office or, removal from office and the prohibition that you can't run for office again. The one tangible thing that the Democrats think they can try to get here is they can prevent Trump from running for president again, because they're so confident that he did poorly in 2020, right? That's why they're holding this unprecedented sham impeachment trial, right? It's because they're so confident that they're so much more popular. Joe Biden, most popular guy ever elected, right? Probably not. Their actions would seem to undermine that contention. But furthermore, there cannot be that consequence here, because the consequence of impeachment is removal from office and the prohibition from running again. They can't remove him from office. They can't remove him from office because he's not in office. They can't do any of those things because he's not the president. That's why they can't hold a legitimate impeachment trial. And these people, these 6 Republican losers, I've just had it with them. I always try to say, well, Susan Collins, she's in a tight spot. Murkowski, Romney did this one sort of semi-okay thing maybe once. I don't know. He's a good family man. That's what you always say about politicians that you can't say anything nice about. You say he's a good family man. Ben Sass, I say, I guess he says conservative things sometimes, but then he doesn't act in a conservative manner. But I'm at my wit's end. If these guys can't read the text of the Constitution, stand up for something that actually matters, then what's the point of them? I guess the point of them is this category that we've been talking about on the show a lot, which is they are court jester conservatives. They exist to do a little soft shoe, do a little dance, kind of pretend to say some conservative things, and then ultimately to legitimize the liberal regime. Their job is ultimately to lose. I was thinking, forget the guys can't read the Constitution. Even if they could read the Constitution, they clearly don't understand politics. Democrats would never do this sort of thing because it's politically masochistic. It's not based on any principle. It's just so wrong. So I thought maybe these guys just don't understand the politics. But then I thought, maybe they do understand the politics. Maybe they do understand the politics and they're just not on our side. That's even worse, isn't it? Either way, this really should be the end of their political careers. I guess it probably won't be, but it certainly should be. I hope you enjoyed that clip from The Michael Knowles Show. To check out the full episode, hit the link in the description or download The Michael Knowles Show wherever you listen to podcasts.